Hello and welcome to Murkey's on-the-spot review of Stalker Lost Alpha. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking either I've played Stalker and all the mods I can think of, I've played Lurk, I've played Misery, I've played Complete. I don't need to play Stalker again with whatever mod you're talking about. Conversely, you might be thinking, oh, I never got around to Stalker. The game came out in 2005, it's 2014 now. It's too old, I'm not going to get around to it. Leave me alone. Well, I'm afraid you're both wrong, if these are your opinions. Close the door, that's nice. Effectively, GSC Games a couple of years ago got all the alpha files, all these old stuff they made for the game that never got released, and they gave them out. You could just download them if you wanted to. And then Desert Wave Studios, a fairly small studio, got all these alpha files, the stuff that was never in the finished game, and they modded them and got them to work properly. And so now you can download Stalker Lost Alpha, and it's effectively as close as you're going to get to what the original Stalker release would have been if everything worked. This is as close as you can get to full-on Stalker. And if that doesn't interest you entirely, how about the fact that it's free? You don't even need a copy of the original Stalker. You don't need to own anything, you just download the mod. I'll put a link in the description. You just download it, and you get the full game and all this extra content. So for example, this is a new mission. You might not recognize this even if you played the game before. What? You don't come out the bunker here? What? That mission doesn't look right. Congratulations, you're right. In terms of the stuff they added, is he gonna see me? In terms of the stuff they added, we're talking about, oh Jesus, we're talking about extra characters, extra weapons, extra creatures, and loads of new areas. If you went to garbage if you've played the game before, you'll know what garbage looks like, where you meet bears and shoot some bandits. If you go to the garbage in Lost Alpha, you won't even recognize the place. You'll get lost. It's crazy how much stuff they've added, especially given the price. And so, either if you played Stalker 100 times, oh nice, and you want to relive the halcyon days of your youth and replay classic Stalker. Conversely, if you've never played it before and you always thought you should get around to it, whoa, maybe now's the time. Whoa, that was close. Oof, that could have been dangerous. Maybe now's the time because it's free and you actually get to play it with all this extra cool content. That being said, Stalker does have some issues. Well, Stalker the game itself and the mod building on the original game has issues. So this mod got released earlier than they intended. Let's have some of that. The mod got released earlier than they intended because one of the beta testers, the arsehole, released the beta builds without permission, and so they just had to release what they had, and so that they could capitalize on a single release. And so that was that was April or May, so that was a few months ago now. They've released a couple of extra patches. And so this isn't entirely the final version, but it's good enough and it plays. That being said, there are some issues with stability. My game has been crashing a fair few times, and occasionally I'll see floating objects and missions that, it's like side missions that I can't complete for whatever reason. Oh snap. But at the same time it's free, and I mean I've been playing for about a few hours, half a dozen hours now, and it's been fine, it's been really enjoyable. Just a brief word for those of you who missed the original game. If you're not really sure what Stalker is all about, effectively it's a open world, first-person survival shooter horror type game. It has some RPG elements in that. There's no leveling up or anything like that, but there are effectively you collect equipment, and the better equipment you have, the better your character is, and you can access new areas and do new things. So in that respect, there are some RPG elements. And furthermore, the open world stuff, they have a life engine, artificial life engine, which means often you'll have lots of dynamic encounters, and there's lots of scavenging and collecting artifacts. And the game is very atmospheric. There's lots of creepy stuff. It works really well. Furthermore, they emphasize fairly realistic weapons, ballistics, like bullet drop and deviation, and damage models. You can get killed pretty easily. So if you have played, if you like shooters, if you like things like Fallout 3, sort of open world, oh fuck me, get out of here. If you like open world shooters and sort of running around effectively post-apocalyptic wastelands kind of things. This is a zone of exclusion around the Chernobyl MPP. And if you like, got games with good stories and effectively it is a classic game now because it's been 9 years. Then I'd recommend it. Either if you're a seasoned veteran of the Stalker games and you want to relive the glory days, or if you've never played it and you want to get around to it, I would recommend it. Pick it up. It's free. Come on. And so I'm still alive here. And so thank you for watching and good luck in the zone. Cheers.